You're watching Gold Rush and a Rush, so we're recapping the Season 13 episode, The Last Frontier. So what happened? Parker's leased wash plant arrives in Alaska and is set up. At one point, a belt on the shaker snaps and is repaired with assistance from a bungee cord. And a cleanup finds 13.82 ounces. Meanwhile, an out-of-nowhere cleanup back in the Klondike finds 457.3 ounces. And we saw not 1 second of it. Tony decides to reopen the flooded 80-pup claim from last season. To do so, he needs to do some cut draining, road building, and dike constructing. At one point, Tony bumps the excavator into a belly scraper, and a belly scraper gets stuck once, but not much else happens. Oh, if you don't know what a belly scraper is, here's the one Tony got tattooed on his arm later in the episode, and a cleanup from his other cut finds 450.36 ounces. And we saw not 1 second of it. Dave Turin, well, that's a name I haven't said for a while. Dave Turin wants to sell his current Glacier Creek claim for $1 million. But the buyers want to know what's left in the ground first. During the process, we get to watch an excavator drive across a raging river, which is Todd Hoffman-era excitement. They do a few test runs and find ground worth about $15 a yard. It's not much, but at least we actually got to see it happen. Stefan returns to Fred's crew to feed the wash plant. Great, that will free up Fred to work on the, well, anyway, Stefan immediately drops a boulder into the hopper. So Fred gets a hopper feeder from the Clayton brothers and drags it into position. Fred is near an emotional collapse during the entire process, but Buzz, who's doing all the real work, is completely calm. After running the hopper feeder for 15 minutes, the engine dies. So I guess there was no point to all that. And then Stefan drops another boulder into the hopper and has a huge meltdown. But Buzz, who's doing all the real work, is completely calm. Stefan then quits because feeding the wash plant is too much work. Fred finds the entire segment demoralizing. So do I, Fred. So do I. And a cleanup finds 19.78 ounces. Tune in next week when Fred continues to worry about unemployed veterans. Me, I'm more worried about unemployed musicians. It's so disconcerting. A Dave Turin segment? Never thought I'd have to dig that graphic out of my archive folders. But it was actual gold mining, kind of. If you enjoyed the episode, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment below about your favorite number between 1 and 7, and I'll be back again next week.